Okay. Push launch. Launch control active. I'm ready.
Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be playing the Grand Tour game. Now, before this video starts, I just want to say that I really like the actual show. There is a show based on this game called the Grand Tour, and I really like it. They've got a new episode out every Friday. They're currently in the third season of that show. The presenters of that show are shown on the screen: James May, Richard Hammond, and Jamie Clarkson. Now, I really like this. I even have a book about written by Jamie Clarkson, and I even have the track of the Grand Tour track on the background of my computer, just to, I quite like the track that they do all the tests on. I have watched the episode that we're going to be watching. So basically, it's going to be not like a DLC, but it's going to be an episode that's going to be completely free every Friday. You can buy this game on Amazon for Xbox and PlayStation. Unfortunately, it's not on PC yet. It's made by Amazon Games, or the game section, I guess, of Amazon. It is on Amazon Prime Video, the actual Grand Tour show. These three blokes actually used to do a show on BBC called Top Gear, but James Clarkson got fired, and then the other two also quit, and they all went to the Grand Tour to work with Amazon, along with Andy, the exclusive producer. So without further ado, let's get right into it. You have single player mode, you have split screen, local multiplayer up to 4 people, you have driving record, and you have settings. And first we go to settings, which I'm playing on the Xbox there, and I go to controls. You can see you have your left trigger as your brake, your right trigger for the R2, your L2 as your acceleration, X is your drift, Y is your gadget. Gadgets. Now there are gadgets. The word gadget is basically for you can actually slow you down by deploying one of those gadgets or other person's going to be driving when you're letting you know much better accidents there. You can steer your hand, pretty much everything. There's no driving control. I'm a single player, so you've got to set your season 1, 2, and so on and so on. So only episode of this one. Episode 3, there is only 4 episodes left in the season. After that, one of them, James May, is actually going to make his own show with Amazon about cars, and then after pulling that in, he's going to go back working with the other two to make season 4. So this new episode is called the Youth Boat. I have started playing with it. I'm going to start from the start. I'll be quite familiar with the video. You can hear what they say, because they do say stuff in the video. So let's get right on with it. Right now. Here's the intro, by the way. This is part of the real show. You get part of the real show and film, but they also allow you to drive cars that are in the show as well. So you see what I'm about as well. LB and RB, or L1 and L1 are for you're gonna skip. I won't do that, but I'm running the video. So let's go.
Thank you, and coming up in this incredibly exciting show, a young woman changes a wheel. An older woman drinks some lager. And Richard looks at a book.
Look at that.
However,
before, I just want to point out that what he's about to say is talking about James May. James May, between of the three, is known to be an old-fashioned man. He's apparently known to be from the 80s, or still be back in the 80s. And he's also known as Captain Slow, or being the slowest of the three. And also supposed to be known the one with the most knowledge, like scientific knowledge, and be the most boring. So I'll continue with that.
However, we begin with a film from James May, who's in his 80s.
What?
No, wait, sorry. We begin with a film from James May about the 80s.
Yes. Thank you. The 80s, a time of marvellous excess, you know, Gordon Gekko and big shoulder pads and, of course, incredible supercars, the greatest of which, without question, was this one.
I disagree with him. You'll see
The Ferrari
why in the next
Testarossa
film.
was excess on wheels. Be it looks, attitude, or even size. When this car came out, people were absolutely aghast at how wide this car was. I don't mean wide like Del Boy, I mean wide as in width. It was enormous, especially at the back. And it simply oozed charisma from every one of its slatted panels. It was unquestionably the only car that could start in Miami Vice.
And now,
Go!
this is a very popular game.
The price of this car, when it went on sale in 1985, was £62,666.
No, someone settings, game settings. No, that's not in. Visual settings, maybe visual sync. Yes, everything's actually that's incorrect. Yes. That's fine. No. Fine. You can't change
That is, as I'm sure you know, the number of the beast.
You know how to do it in this game. Feel free to show me
And when you unleashed its 5-litre V12, it would do 180 miles an hour. That was an astonishing figure for the time.
That is not by the way, you not change camera mode, but like you can't press like the option button this now.
Rubbish. I'll try to push something. In fact, Enzo Ferrari loved that show so much, he actually gave its star, Don Johnson, his own Testarossa. And Don was just the tip of the celebrity eye.
I just want to point a lot of different ways to sort of grade how good you did. How good you did in like a race or like a time lap, which is you have your gold medal, your silver, and your bronze, and you have the toilet, which means you did awful. I'm still learning this. I'm not a professional. I haven't played too long either.
Rod Stewart had one, Elton John had one, Mike Tyson had one, O.J. Simpson had one, and presumably wore driving gloves. If the 1980s were the era of excess, then, well, this was the perfect car for the era.
I'm afraid Mr. May has just been wasting your time, rather, because that is not the ultimate 80s supercar. This is.
I agree with Hammond in that one.
For sheer over-the-topness, nothing comes close to the Lamborghini Countach. Alongside it, the Testarossa looks like a family hatchback.
Yep.
If you think the Ferrari is wide, this is even wider. And the Testarossa's doors don't open like this.
This version of the Countach, the LP5000, was launched in 1985 specifically to put the Testarossa back in its box. Its 48-valve, 5.2-litre V12 could take the Countach to 186 miles an hour, or to be precise, more than the Ferrari.
These women, like, I guess,
Thing is, supercars, to me, are all about being the ultimate. Doesn't matter what that is, but it has to be an ultimate. And this is the ultimate bedroom wall poster car. When I first saw one of these as a kid, it lit a flame in my heart. And when I saw one today, as a middle-aged man, that same flame roared into life. An angry Countach. Oh. Oh my God.
This incredible machine came from a company that didn't have half the resources
that is very
of Ferrari.
What he's about to say.
Let me give you an example. This car might look super aerodynamic, like a missile, but in fact, it never saw the inside of a wind tunnel. They couldn't afford to put it in one. So instead, they ran a prototype up and down the motorway with bits of wool stuck all over it. I love that. Oh, hello. Here he comes.
It's idiotic.
We're off.
Quite typical of those two, just roar off being brilliant.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, no.
Yeah,
What
obviously, I think actually.
This is dangerous because of you.
So,
Get you more to run. Come on, keep going. Oh, God. Getting power, this is good. Oh, I'm slightly alarmed.
Eventually, we pulled over so we could continue arguing face to chest.
Oh, the brakes on. Brilliant.
On the line,
Right. Oh, that's not... That doesn't help much in there.
you can't see behind you, can you?
I just want to be really accurate, and you can help with that.
That's in the way, and that's in the way. That's why the early ones had a periscope.
probably a joke.
Unable to agree on anything, we decided to take a more intellectual approach by having a drag race. Now, on paper, the Lamborghini...
Do you want to point out that some scenes have been skipped? I just realised, not from the show. So, if you want to look at the full show, you're available to go on Amazon Prime Video. If you have a subscription on Prime, then you get it for free, and you can watch it for free.
is faster, definitely, but as we've already observed, Lamborghini were a bit fast and loose with their performance figures back in the day. So now, finally, we can find out for real.
Go Lamborghini, definitely.
3, 2, 1. Oh, hell. Go, go, go. Give me everything you've got. Gotta keep the pressure on. Go, go, go.
My whole roof right now.
With their performance figures back in the day. So now, finally, we can find out for real.
Three, 2, 1, go! Oh yeah! Come on, come on, come on! Go, go! Come on, come on, come on!
No, it doesn't matter. But I'm not doing this again.
It was a privilege, wasn't it? Yeah.
Couple of things I think you forgot to mention in that film.
Hang on a minute.
What?
By attacking those cars, you are destroying the very foundations of everything we love and hold precious.
And now it's time to destroy them a little bit more by seeing how slowly those cars go round the Ebola-drome.
The velodrome being the track, and the track was Panos, I believe so, as it should say the top. Top. This is James Bond.
Look at that
lunging and
Right,
pitching
right.
there as she heads on to the isn't.
That's terrible stuff. You can hear some wind noise, I do apologise. But apparently when I'm putting
Back towards Old Lady's house, lumbering towards substation. The field of sheep to go. And across the line. She's absolutely nuts. Like riding a Testarossa. I wouldn't do that for all the tea in China.
Technical point that might confuse the viewers. You just said the raw from the flat 12,
Yeah.
which is sort of right, but I said V12,
I knew you did.
which is also sort of right because it's not a boxer, so it's a 180-degree flat V12.
Like that.
There you
Literally
go.
not interested. It's a flattish V12. Anyway,
Flattish.
it's now time to see
Yeah,
how
but-
the Lambo got on.
Again, same thing with the car. Prefer this one over the car. Some people think it's the best. But in terms of if you have a cars with those, you want to find out much first. I would
Easing off the second curve on the straight.
probably is that car, Lambo or Ferrari.
Back on the power towards your name here. The joyless wrestle back towards Old Lady's house. Now in the damp dash towards substation.